Hello, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about Anthony Bourdain because, as you probably know, he passed away. Hung himself in his own hotel bathroom. And me and Tony, we go back a long way because he was one of the first chefs that I would watch growing up on TV. And there was this channel called the Food Network back then, and I wasn't really interested in the cooking. I was more interested in his show. And his first show that he had was called The Cook's Tour. And when it first debuted, I was so fascinated by his take on traveling and cooking at the same time. I wasn't really interested in cooking back then. I was more interested in just his spin or perspective on like world cuisine. And that got me more interested in cooking. And then, yeah, that's why I stayed in tune with all of his shows growing up throughout the years. I really liked him the best out of all of the chefs that I've seen. Far second place would be like Jamie Oliver. And then third maybe would be like Gordon Ramsay. If I had to think about cooking or a TV show based on cooking, Anthony Bourdain would be the first guy that pops in my head. Because his narration, the way he speaks, the way he connects with people who don't even speak English as their first language is just amazing. And it's funny because if you watch so many of his shows, you see the same routine happening in every show. He's just in a new environment, he gets drunk with the locals, and then he just starts laughing, and then they start feeding him these crazy dishes, and then he just asks like personal questions and all that. And that's the juicy part, right? When he gets to know people on a really human level. You know, the food and the traveling, yeah, that's all the flash. But when it comes down to it, you know, you're sitting at a table full of people that have come from different backgrounds. And that's what I like about him and how he describes it. The closest I would say his writing would be is like, he's like the modern day Ernest Hemingway. I mean, think about it. This guy travels everywhere. He goes on adventures. I mean, he didn't come from a wealthy background. He was broke most of his life up until his 40s. I mean, he didn't really like make like a ton of money until like his first book came out. And I did read his book, and it was fun to read, and I should read it again. He had something special. He was a crazy guy. I liked him so much, and I just liked it. Everything about him and what he thought. And you know, I can see, you know, the bullshit in those other chefs and their other shows. Like, I could never connect with any of those other like cooking shows on the Food Network because they're just all too happy. They're all Family Guy, a family or a family wife, you know. It just didn't connect to me, right? Anthony Bourdain was like, he was the only guy that really struck a chord with me. But the way he died, let's talk about it. I mean, everyone's saying like, you know, it's fake, or it was because of his girlfriend that was cheating on him at the time, or something else. I don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows. I mean, unless we're him. But was I shocked when I heard the news? Yes, I was shocked. But in a way, that's how a punk would go out anyways, if you think about it. Better to burn out than to fade away, as the rock star says. So, I'm not laughing at him or his death. No, I give him respect and props, okay, for what he did. He just, yeah, there's nobody else like him. And not just beyond the cooking world, cooking scene, because everyone on TV is so fake. Everyone puts up like a persona of holier than thou, like I'm at this level, you should come join me up here. No, Anthony Bourdain was like, this is who I am, these are my flaws, these are my cuts, these are my bruises, these are my burns, these are my failures in life. Deal with it. Come join me as I travel around this beautiful world and representing you guys. I mean, that's how I travel, basically. Whenever I travel like Anthony. What do? I get drunk with the locals. I get to know what the locals are like. Not all that tourist shit that you're buying into from those mainstream traveling channels or cooking channels. Like, All of that is bullshit. At the end of the day, all you need is a table, some chairs, alcohol, and some local cuisine and local people to sit down and share stories with. That's what it all boils down to. It's not about buying souvenirs. It's not about buying duty-free Chanel or Louis Vuitton bags. It's not about sitting in first class in an airport. It's not about any of that bullshit that you think traveling and cooking should be. The funny thing about me was I worked in kitchens most of my young life. I was a dishwasher just like him. I was a really good dishwasher. I was the boss of my restaurant when it came to dishwashing because I always had my dish area clean, spick and span. Like, I knew how to manage the dishes. Whereas most people were lazy or just fell apart and they quit. I know what he's talking about when it comes to working behind the kitchen and yeah, all of that chaos that goes on behind. The funny thing is, I never did drugs when I was working in kitchens. No. I would always go outside during our smoke breaks with the other staff, kitchen staff, and they would all smoke or whatever they were doing. And then I would just stand there being attentive, listening. We would stand like in a circle or something and we'd just share stories and all that shit. You know, that was fun. Even though if I wasn't smoking up or any of that shit. And later on in life, I traveled a lot. And I still like traveling. And I want to travel more. And if I could do something like what he does, you know, and share these adventures with you guys, then that would be something that I would like to keep his legacy on. You know, just be someone like him. Just bring the honest truth to the viewers of what traveling and cooking is really like. It's not that hard. It's not that flamboyant. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It doesn't have to be holier than thou. No. It's pretty simple. It's just good food, good company, good alcohol, chairs, tables, laughing, sharing stories. That's it. That's what brings people together. I will really miss him. I really love his stories. I'll probably be binge watching his latest Parts Unknown episodes. And yeah, just if you can, check him out. Check out his books. Check out his TV shows. He's a great guy. You know, I highly recommend him. I mean, no other chef or traveler would I recommend than Anthony Bourdain. He's on the top of my list. I will say one thing. His latest girlfriend, she's a little bit, based on the evidence and what I've seen in the media, this is what I have to say about her. But beyond that, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that smash button, smash that smash button, smash the like button or whatever they say. And stay tuned for more videos if you like what you see, okay? And leave a comment down below if share your story about your experience with watching or growing up with Anthony Bourdain like I did, okay? Alright, that's it for now. I'm off to go watch the show. Talk to you later. Bye!